Hey guys, Mr. Light is back with Broken Sword. So, we got the gem. Very satisfied with that. Whoa, go back, George. Darn it. Just realised there was something I had to do there. Now, okay, this is a bit awkward. Do you remember in my session I did yesterday, I said there was a timed-based problem at this point. Yes, that's the part I got to do now, and I seriously think it's going to flipping annoy me. The idea is, first off, I need to be in the basement. Now this is going to be very annoying, guaranteed. Because you got to do this as quick as you can. Right, first off, let's turn this on.
The faucet creaked, coughed, and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Okay. Then we want to get the towel and use it on the water. Right, here we go.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Now we need to hurry as quick as we can back to the grounds of the castle. Like, seriously, this is where it gets a bit annoying. You gotta be really quick. You want to get back to the grounds before the towel dries. Oh, that's lucky. I timed it perfectly there. Come on, George, hurry up. Okay, going outside. The good news is about this game, one of the things I really think was beneficial. You can still move the cursor even if it's not visible on the screen. And trust me, there are moments in this game where you have to do that. See the cursor's now over there when it was to the left? That's because I moved it while I was actually, while it was loaded. It won't move during these parts, obviously, but it will while you're still on the screen. Right, George, climb up here. Right, we're getting somewhere. Hopefully we've made it in time. Okay, go up. My only hope is that I've done this the right way. This is a very difficult thing to do. Flip, flip, flip. Go down, go down. And you blasted guy, go down. Down you go, George. And now... Yep, here we are. Okay. Let's get the towel. And use it on this. I timed it perfectly.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Now we pick this up.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
And we place this on here.
The hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets. There was a soft thud, then silence.
Be a bit overdramatic. Oh, what have we here? I see a secret passageway. Well, we got a flashlight. Okay, George, where are we? What the heck? Okay, that was unusual. And now we're back with Nico. It has been a while since we've seen her.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet.
Oops!
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
That was awkward.
Without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Yeah, we got something rather valuable.
Pegram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
I've been reading about Pegram in this magazine.
Okay.
The media got its claws on him.
Yeah, if I was his agent, I'd get him to lose the pipe.
Oh boy.
That dig must have been pretty important to him. He resigned his chair at Durham University to go to Ireland. And now he's disappeared.
Yeah, this ain't good.
See what you can find out about Professor Pegram.
I'll speak to the university. What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Yeah, not much to go on.
What do you know about Professor Pegram?
I've seen a television program, Pegram's Past. He's written a book, The Crusader Families of Ireland.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobinot at the Krone Museum. And why don't you see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Oh boy. Sorry, George, but I got to admit, Nico, I think, is taking a liking to George. Though, as the story goes on, you'll see it gets even more weird. Anyway, we got a couple of things we gotta do. I think what we'll do to start our little adventure is let's go speak, or hopefully find and speak, because you never know, he might not be there, Andre at the museum. Obviously that's our next destination, the museum. And after that we'll go to the police station to talk to Rosso and see if we got any idea what the heck's going on here. Right, there it is. Yeah, even though the airport's available, you can't go back to Ireland. Okay, here we are. See if we can find Andre. And find out more about the manuscript, because that's the whole reason we were looking for him to begin with. Okay, I see a certain somebody. Let's go talk to him. Is this the guy we're looking for?
I beg your pardon. Are you André Lobinot?
That's me. You want my autograph?
No, I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay, shoot.
Now, let me tell you this, right here, right now, I absolutely hate this guy.
Does the name Montfaucon mean anything to you?
Sure, it was the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands. A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
That is painfully disturbing,
That
Andre.
explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Lochmarn? That's where Pegram was digging.
That's right. He'd left the excavation before I arrived. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
The second week of July?
Maybe. Yes, it was, just before Bastille Day.
So Pegram was in Paris at the same time as the other victims.
Pardon? Victims of what?
Nothing. Just thinking aloud.
The plot thickens.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
I'd like your opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
No, it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd love to see that for myself.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie.
Oh, he just
diplomats,
said that, didn't he?
mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon. The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
I hate it when he calls him that.
How come the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
Oh boy.
The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah, not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. Maybe it was my imagination. but I noticed a predatory look.
Yep, I thought so.
Suddenly, this friendly historian had turned into the big bad wolf.
Yep, I knew he'd be like this, and that's why I hate him.
This friend, who has the manuscript,
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
she lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well. I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
George, you've really done it this time.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
George, was that really a good idea? Should you really have done that? I mean, I know Nico and Andre are old friends, but let's be honest. Andre is very, well, awkward to deal with. Guaranteed, considering they're old friends, I can't see Nico being angry at that. Considering she knows him personally, so I guess it's okay. I just think Andre's a little over the top. But heck, like George said, he's got a bucket load of information. Right, next up, the police station. Okay, Rosso, I want to know what it is we're dealing with here. Ah, look at it, look at it. He's actually inside. He's not outside doing who knows what.
Excuse me.
Ah, Monsieur Stobart, n'est-ce pas?
That's correct. You remember me.
The retention of such data is part of my duty as a gendarme. That is how crime is fought, through attention to detail, not intuition.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's start with this guy.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
That's your job, not mine.
An armed chase through the streets of Paris? That's not our style, monsieur. Inspector Rosso may be unorthodox, but he's not crazy.
I wonder about that.
Do you know a man named Khan? He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his left cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume. I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur. Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
What are you going to do about Flap and Guido, Sergeant?
I'm going to bust them, monsieur. For years I have been hoping to pin something on that pair. Now's my chance. I'll show them, and the inspector.
Thanks, Sergeant. Thanks for taking me seriously.
I'm only doing my duty, monsieur.
Why have I got a feeling it's not going to do anything?
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.